down hona obo say abrante bi gina ho ye say a friend Adam aketesia bi gina ho nso ye friend Hawa ena dua kese bi si ho ena owo kyekere na pampam no eye nipa a oye tuntum that means oye bonsam eno ye another point won say Adam oye fita bruni Hawa oye fita oye bruni but owo no de oye bonsam no de won so mo aye ni tuntum e kasa kyerɛw Matias. According to the book of Genesis chapter 3 verse 1, ti di America ni yi, wonye wadwen se wo bedwen. Me di adwen betu utrim dwen. Genesis chapter 3 verse 1 kyerɛ sɛ, owo no ba Hawa ho, e no be kasa kyerɛ no. Now me bisa wo sɛ, me patcho, me bisa wo sɛ, time a owo no ba Hawa ho na, one ni be di nkomo no, eye kasa ben no owo no be kae. Owana wo se oye bonsam no tie mi yi bonsam ba na ye kasa ben na oka ye wo billions millions thousands of languages kasa bebre wa asase so and ye what types of languages ye wo language by message ye wo language by audio ye wo language by different ye wo language by bebre ye wo sign language now mi bisa se owono ba ye no owono oye bonsam no oba ye no eye kasa ben no ne Hawa be ye den ebe kaaye eye ntumburu kasa mikurum de eye twufu kasa krobo kasa adan kasa ana gonja eye Vietnam eye China eye mamburusi kasa kusasi kasa wala kasa anwona kasa ana se enkran kasa ana asante kasa eno wono ene Hawa be ye den ebe kaaye in the Garden of Eden nguram ho bush ho me pacho Adam ne Hawa na kasa be no omoka number 1 owo no ba ye no kasa be no owo no be kan ye number 2 nipa na otwero Genesis chapter 3 verse 1 no oye den no ti owo na ase oye den no ti owo no kasa because nyo owo no ne kasa kire the writer of Genesis chapter 3 senko owo no ne kasa kire the writer of the Genesis chapter 3 anko owo no be kase me ba ye no kasa we na me kan ye na sei na me kan no na owo na kire mu a kire the writer of Genesis chapter 3 verse 1 nti mi bisa se the author of Genesis chapter 3 verse 1 no so no ye nipa mpo na otimiti Hawa kasa because Hawa ye nipa ono ye den no otimiti the owo no kan ye twere owo na numu asem utie di ameka no why you want to say one person will be doing? Bibia gidi. Masa, sisi gidi na twemu mi bisa Kristo ni mi bisa question say. Genesis chapter 3 verse 1. O wono na ye kasa be na oka ye kwan kurom kasa e no na na oka. Oba ye no ni Hawa e kasa no. Hawa no ye oye den ni. Adam ni Hawa no mo ye denfo. Kasa be na no mo oka. Men kan kire me say Hawa no ye anwonani nti oka anwona kasa. Men kan kyerem se Hawa wa ya santini nti owo ka asante kasa men kan kyerem se Hawa wa ya mfantini no owo ka afante kasa kasa ben e na owo no ne ye fe ne se Hawa e kan in the Garden of Eden e wo nwuram ho bush wo no bia ni ho no obia ni wo te kasa no nso still ya twera bre wo ama wo agi adi se abrantie bi ye fe no bonsam oba no ho na oba no odane owo e no ne oba Hawa be ye den be kasa e me question mi bi se nde nwumbre na me pese wote ase ne se owo no ye bonsam no oba ye no kasa ben e no ne Hawa be ye den be kan ye men kan kire me se twi men kan kire me se anwona kasa me ba to utie di ameka no se wo ka kire me se bonsam ba Hawa ho no anwona kasa na obe kan ya ende bonsam o ya anwona ni se wo ka kire me se bonsam ba in the Garden of Eden no asante kasa na obeka kire Hawa ende bonsam ya asantini se wo ka kire me se bonsam ba in the Garden of Eden a oba ye no me pacho ukuro mu kasa no kan ya ende oka anwona kasa ende bonsam ya anwonani se oka afante kasa ende bonsam ya fantini ende so oka twumburu kasa ende bonsam ya twumburu ni me pacho utie da meka no bonsam ba ye wan kasa hwi kasa se bonsam be ka se hwikasa in the Garden of Eden and the bonsam oye se hwini uti da meka no yen dwene abrofo no the Bible they abeda adaye I don't know the type of language which the snake spoke with Hawa in the Garden of Eden. The snake who choose to be Satan? If you are telling me the snake who came to Hawa spoke English language, that means Satan is an Englishman because he spoke English language. If you tell me Satan who came, or the snake who came to Hawa in the Garden of Eden in the bush was an Asante man, that means Satan was an Asante man. If you tell me Satan, when Satan came to Hawa, that Satan was speaking China, that means Satan is a Chinese. If you tell me Satan was speaking Vietnam, so when the Satan came, he said, Bantoi, Bola hi, Tantoila Satan, Tola Tinting Vietnam, Bo Hwe Homa, Chiabu Xiao, and a how also Jesus said, Chiabu Chiao, Bolazi, Lazi Hawa, me patron men can't tell me Vietnam Kasa. So anyone who will claim that Satan speak to Hawa in his language, that person should accept, say, Satan is him. Who will be here to say, Bonsam ba Garden of Eden, or ka ukrum kasano, and the way bonsam, se bonsam ka fanti kasa, and the bonsam ye fantini. Bonsam ba Garden of Eden, so ka asante kasa, and the bonsam or ya santini. Bonsam ba Garden of Eden, so ka na wuri kasa, bonsam o ye na wuri ni. Bonsam ba in the Garden of Eden, ewo Hawa wono, so ka wana kasa, and the bonsam or ya ngunani. This is the time you have to live, you have to elevate yourself from mental slavery. Once upon a time, they used chain to chain our hand and our leg. It came to a time they release our hands, our leg, and chain us with the Bible. So now we are still in mental slavery in Christianity and Islam. Thank you very much. Put your answer there. Which language did Satan, the snake, spoke with Hawa in the Garden of Eden? I am waiting for your answer under the comment section. My name is Yahuda Quintana from Common Sense Family. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, CSF Yahuda. Thank you. Wait for another episode. Critical, logical questions which religious people cannot answer unless they tell stories. Makramu. Bye-bye. From Common Sense Family. This is another time for black people to wake up from the brain. This is the time you need to ask critical questions from your religious beliefs, from your religion, from your Bible. Once upon a time, there was a man called Adam. There was a woman called Hawa, Eve. According to a book, in the third chapter of the book, which is Genesis chapter 3, says, once upon a time, a snake, which was Satan, came to a woman and started speaking with the woman. Now, as I'm talking now, there are many languages across the globe, uncountable millions of languages. Every language has a meaning. As I'm speaking now, I'm speaking English language. People can understand me because I am speaking a language. You can understand me, I can understand. That is why I'm speaking the language. Now, my question here is, what was the language which the snake was speaking with Hawa in the Garden of Eden when they were in the bush? I'm coming again. If the snake was speaking to Hawa, what was the language? How do the interpreter of the writer of the Bible was able to interpret the language of the snake? How do the person, the writer of Genesis chapter 3, was able to interpret the language of the snake, what the snake was saying? What was the language? What was the particular language which the snake was speaking with Hawa? My question again. If you believe in the Bible, a snake came to a woman called Hawa, spoke a language with him, talk with her, spoke with her. My question is, what was the language? What was the language which the snake was speaking with Hawa? Who was able to interpret the language of the snake? And what was the language? How do you know the language? What was the language as I'm talking now? How do you prove me? How can you tell me that particular language? Mr. Man, Mr. Black Man, we are fed up with, how do you call it? Comic, fairy tales, stories, which never existed. But they just created these all stories to submit or to do away with our critical thinking. I once said, when they came to Africa, they made us slaves. They chained us, our legs, our hands. But the time came, they released us. They took the chains from our hands and chained our brain with the Bible and religion. My question again, what was the language which the snake in the Garden of Eden, what was the language, or which language did the snake spoke with Hawa in the Garden of Eden? I am waiting for your comment. I am waiting for your answer. Thank you very much. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, CSF Yahuda, for more episodes. Thank you. I salute. I love you all.